So again, now this session what we are going to discuss is average values and RMS value, average and RMS values, average and what children, RMS value. What is this RMS, that and all we will discuss now. You please see that for any mathematical function, as we said earlier, generally y bar, that is y average or y bar, that is equal to, since y is considers to be a function of x, then we can write that y dx divided by integral dx. This is the average for any continuously varying function, children. So here, for example, two kind of averages are there. One is called off cycle average, average, and another one is a full cycle average, full cycle what children, average. So like this is there. Off cycle means the integration limit will be taken from 0 to t by 2. Here full cycle means 0 to t. So for off cycle average, for example, I can say the quantity, these things are for time varying quantity. These things are for what children? Time varying quantities. The quantity which is varying with respect to time. So that is time varying quantity. For example, a voltage V is equal to V naught sine omega t, or current I is equal to I naught sine omega t, like that. So V naught sine omega t and I naught sine omega t, like this. So here, say for example, I need off cycle average for voltage, then this can be written as 0 to t by 2, because half of the AC is what children? This is 0 t by 4, 0 t by 4 t by 2, off cycle average. So the time dependent is 0 to t by 2 is v into dt, like the function is y is equal to f of t here, like this. So as a mathematics students, you know very well, integral 0 to t by 2 what children is dt. So how to find, for your understanding purpose, I am just doing only one integration. So how to find such type of integration means you just take this v value and substitute here. So integral 0 to t by 2, v is what children? V naught sine omega t into dt divided by, we know that the integral dx means x, upper limit first, lower limit next. So therefore t by 2 minus 0. These mathematical things you must learn in 11th standard, or even for basic maths you must know. So integral x power n formula, that one we have to learn. So v naught is constant, take it outside from the integration. Therefore I can write that v naught, these two go to the numerator. Therefore 2 v naught by t. What is the remaining integration means? So sine omega t is dt children, sine omega t dt. We know that sine ax formula in integration. I hope that you must learn the learn the basic mathematics. Therefore the off cycle average value, that is equal to 2v naught by t into sine omega t is minus cos omega t divided by what children? Minus cos omega t by omega, integral limit 0 to t by 2. Okay, yes. So we know that omega equal to t by 2 pi by. So omega equal to what children? 2 pi by capital T. 2 pi by what children? Capital T. So substitute here. Therefore instead of this omega, what I can substitute children? 2 pi by t. So this t gets cancelled out, and this 2 gets cancelled out. The remaining term is v naught by pi. So v naught by pi. The integration limits we have to substitute minus cos of omega t 0 to t by 2 children. So I have taken minus n here. Therefore v bar, that is equal to minus v naught by pi. Just to apply the for your understanding purpose, I am doing this evaluating this integration. But for the next topics and all, I will directly put the results. You must do the integration process, calculation work. Okay. So cos omega is nothing but 2 pi by capital T into the variable is t. So just t 2 by 2. Therefore minus v naught by pi. So you just put the upper limit here, t by 2. So t gets cancelled out, 2 gets cancelled out. Then what I will get children? Cos pi I will get. When you substitute the lower limit, minus sign you must use, therefore cos 0 degree. This is minus 1, this is 1, so minus 2 will be there. Minus 2 and here minus will be there, so plus 2. Therefore, 2 V naught divided by what, children? Is t. So this is called what? Half cycle average of the function. If any function is given, not only the sine omega t or cos omega t, whatever may be that, this is the way how to evaluate the as integration purpose. But in CBSE point of view, you just will know the formula, but MCQ point of view, you please learn the process of evaluating the integration. So similarly, we can write for current also as as average value for time average value for half cycle, that is equal to what, children? Is 2 I naught divided by pi. 2 I naught what, children? Divided by pi. So this is the half cycle average for voltage and current. In the same manner, we can write for as a full cycle average also. So full cycle average is what? I just write the formula alone. Full cycle average. Full cycle what, children? Average. The time interval, the integral limit is, it is from 0 to t, that is called a full cycle average. That may be for voltage or current. Here I am just writing for voltage. So 0 to t is V dt divided by integral 0 to t dt. So this is the full cycle average for the what, children? Yes, voltage equation. Similarly for current also we can write that I bar, that is equal to integral 0 to t as a capital T as I into dt divided by integral 0 to t into dt. This is the formula for as current equations. Okay. And next you just see that the another one is called root mean square. What, children? Root mean square value. It's simply we can call it as RMS. So RMS value. It's very simple, children. What you must know, how to evaluate the integration. That basic integral process you must learn as a physics students. So what is this root mean square? You just see that. So VRMS. For example, if I am writing for voltage, I can write that VRMS, that is RMS value of voltage. For example, I am writing for voltage. So what is it? Just the word itself is there. What is that? VRMS means what? Root mean square. So square means what? So I am taking voltage, therefore voltage is square. What is that voltage? Mean value of the voltage. That means V bar. So because we know that what is V bar value. What is V bar value? So first you find the, yes, you just see that V bar means yes, mean value, and the root means square. That is average value of the V square. Average value of the what, children? V square. So therefore, how to write this one? Or for your writing this formula, I can rearrange this. This can be written as V square RMS, that is equal to what, children? Yes, V square RMS, that is equal to, yes, V bar square. That is nothing but integral 0 to t V square dt divided by what, children? Yes, integral as 0 to t as dt. So if V square means you just to put the function has to be V square. If V bar means you just to put the function has to be V. So what is V square here? For example, if you are taken, this has to be your voltage equation. V square means what, children? V naught square sine square omega t. What will come here, children? V naught square sine square omega t. So therefore, I can write that as so V RMS square, that is equal to is integral 0 to t V square, that is V naught square what, children? Sine square omega t dt divided by integral 0 to t dt. You know that the evaluation of this integration. So now please take it outside as so V naught square is there divided by t. This integration value, full value is t. Integral what, children? 0 to t is sine square is omega t dt. We know that sine square theta formula. What is the sine square theta formula? We know that sine square theta, that is equal to 1 minus cos 2 theta divided by 2. This is the formula. Here instead of theta we are going to use omega t, because omega equal to theta by t is from this theta equal to omega t, that we are going to use here. So therefore this step becomes, yes, you just see that, yes, this integration steps. Just for your MCQ point of view, I am just explaining the mathematical work here. So therefore we can write that, yes, Vrms square, that is equal to what, children? Vrms square, that is equal to is V naught square by is t. Just split the integration there. So therefore I can get 1 by 2, or we can write that 0 to t into 1 minus cos 2 omega t whole divided by 2 into dt. Okay, children. So that is equal to V naught square by t. Yeah, 1 by 2, just split the integral. 1 by 2 integral 0 to t dt minus 1 by 2 is there. Integral 0 to t is a cos 2 omega t, what, children? Dt is there. Yes. So integral dt, you know that t by 2. So therefore V naught square by t into this is what, children? T by. So this integration value is t and 2 is there. So t by 2 minus 1 by 2 into cos 2 omega t is what, children? Sine 2 omega t. But anyway, that value, this evaluation of this integral value becomes to 0. So I can directly put that value has to be what, children? 0. If you want, you just evaluate that integration. So these two gets cancelled out. Therefore, V Rms square, that is nothing but V bar square, that is equal to, yes, what, children? Yes, V naught square by 2. Just take the square root, because V Rms means what? Square root of, yes, V bar square. Okay, you just take the square root. Therefore, yes, V Rms equal to what, children? That is equal to square root of, yes, V bar square. That is nothing but what, children? V naught by root 2. V naught by what, children? Root 2. So this is the, yes, expression for what? The RMS values. Expression for what, children? RMS value. So therefore, Vrms is equal to what, children? V naught by root 2. Vrms equal to what, children? V naught by, yes, root 2. And similarly for current also I can write that as RMS value of current. The same manner you can use that. The RMS value of current. IRMS equal to what, children? IRMS equal to I naught by root 2. Yes. So this is the main thing. And moreover, you please keep one idea in mind. For DC current, we can use the direct, we can use the voltmeter or ammeter to measure the either DC voltage or current. But we cannot directly measure the AC voltage or current, because as we said earlier, for time average value for the voltage is 0. For example, if you are taking sine omega t, that is V naught sine omega t. If you find the time average for as a sine function, as we said earlier that the sine function value for omega t or cos omega t or product of that, that will be 0 for a time average, that is between the interval 0 to t. Between the interval 0 to what, children? T. So similarly, because of that reason, a normal DC ammeter or voltmeter cannot be used to measure the AC voltage or current, because the average value for one complete cycle is 0. That's why the normal DC ammeter or voltmeter cannot be used for measurement of AC. But there is a small theoretical modification. That concept is nothing but what, children? RMS value. If you know the RMS value, that RMS can be measurable, because this RMS value is generally, this is the mathematical point of view, what we discussed as RMS, VRMS and IRMS value. But in physics point of view, what is RMS value means? The power dissipated by the AC current is same as to be power dissipated to the DC current. If you are equate that, we can get the relation between what, children? DC and AC current, and from that we can get one expression that we are going to discuss as a separate topic. But as a basic mathematical point of view, so this session what we discuss means what is average value for time varying continuous function and what is RMS value. So I did some integrations for your better understanding of the concept. Please kindly note down the theory, students.